Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. And if you find this content something that you enjoy, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Now, on to the video. Okay, so what I'll be showing you today is how I trace my designs in Silhouette Studio when I'm doing a HTV layering. And right now I'm showing you where I get my images from, or some of my designs from, which is Design Bundles. I've been using them for about 2 years now. I also use Font Bundles, which they're owned by the same company. It's like one and the same, Font Bundles and Design Bundles. So right now what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up my Silhouette Studios. I have Silhouette Studio Business. And in Silhouette Studio Business, you can make SVGs, PNGs, you can create rhinestone templates, you can do layering. There are so many more things that you can do with Silhouette Business. However, to do what I am doing, Silhouette Business is not required. So I'm going to pull up my first image that I'll be tracing for my layering, and then I'm going to go ahead to my second image and I'm going to pull that image up, and that will be the image that I start with for my layering. So here's my image that I'm going to layer in. I've already sized my image to the size that I want it, and right now what I'm going to do is pull in what the finished product or the finished project will look like. Okay, and this is in all separate pieces. I didn't group it together or anything, so I just wanted to show you what it's supposed to look like, or what it will look like once it's completed. And I'm going to go ahead and move that back out of the way, and then I'll move my love to the side because the love is going to remain black. It's going to stay the same. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull my image in that we will be tracing, or that we will be manipulating or changing to make it how I want it to be. And I always duplicate my image just in case I mess something up. I don't have to go and search it or go try to pull it back in. I always have a image there for that purpose. So right now what I'm doing is tracing the image. Okay, and I'm sorry I'm not showing you the right hand side of the screen, but that is where the trace icon is. So I'm going to trace the image, and then I release compound path. And when you release compound paths, it makes all of the little pieces into like separate pieces. If the lines are connecting, that will be one piece. So I'm going to go ahead and change my lips to what color I want. I'm going to change every piece of this to the color that I want it to be on the finished product. Okay, and then I will, in the hair wrap, what I'm going to do is select each piece that I want to be a specific color. So I'll select everyone, and you hold down shift and just click each piece, and that's how you do it, and select the color. So I'll do that for the yellow. I'm going to do it for the green, and then I will also do the same thing for the red. Okay, and for each I didn't show this once when I mirrored this image right here. I didn't show where I mirrored it at, but for each color I'm going to group those colors together. So I would select all of the red, right click, and then go down to group and group those together, so that when I cut them out, they'll all be on the same they'll all be where they need to be once I lay them down. But me, I like to save vinyl, so I kind of move them around a little bit so that they'll fit into a certain space, and then I'll put it all piece by piece. But I mean, that's not really too much of an extra step for me. I do that sometimes just sort of waste a lot of vinyl. Okay, and then what I did was I moved the it's like an offset. So I moved that off to the right hand side. I could have just easily turned that black and left it as the background and it still would have showed up this way. But on the left hand side, I did have an image. So what I did was I released Compound Path on that, and then everything turned black, and then I grouped it together and moved it back over behind this behind my design. And you'll end up with the same results no matter which way you decide to do it. Okay, and so for the earrings, what I'm going to do is trace just the earring portion on the image. I'm going to trace that, and then I'll change it to whatever color I want it to be. And that is just that simple for the earrings. And also on her face, you don't see the black around her lips like you do on the image on the right hand side. However, in the finished product, the black is around the lips. It's just because in Silhouette Studio, your cut line automatically shows up as red. So around the lips, it's showing up like it's red, but it's going to be, there's a space in there, like a larger cut area, and that is going to be black. And I hope the things that I'm saying made sense. Okay, and now we have the earrings. All of the pieces have their color that they're going to be. And what I did, I just went ahead and grouped that together. But when I get ready to cut my pieces, I do ungroup it. But grouping it just allows you to move everything simultaneously. Nothing gets out of place. Okay, and so this is my other image that I'm going to be doing, Black History. So the base of it, the yellow, you see the yellow is the most prominent color on there, so that will be my bottom layer. And for my yellow, what I'm going to do is trace the image and fill it all the way in and trace that, so it'll just be like one solid piece. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually trace this image 3 times. So now what I'll do is trace it again, and this time I am leaving the outside off. Okay, and then I'll trace it one more time, making sure that I do get the outside. So trace that. Okay, and what I did was I released Compound Path, grouped all of the pieces together that should be red, and then I grouped all of the black pieces together. But you see in my Y, I left the cutout part out of my Y. However, I did fix that before I cut the image. Okay, and this is going to be the green. I went ahead and deleted the Black History, grouped all of the green together, and layered it. Okay, and I'm just repositioning my colors just to make sure that everything is in the right spot. Okay, and that's where I went back and fixed my Y. I just traced it out of the Black History over there. Released Compound Path on the pieces, took the piece that I needed. Okay, and I went ahead and mirrored my image. And then I'm going to separate each part and get them ready to cut. And when you see the layer, when I do make the shirt, you'll see that I cut my red and green pieces up because I actually moved them closer so I wouldn't waste a lot of vinyl. So I put them a lot closer than they should have been. So you'll see me just laying pieces down. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this, and in the next video you will see me layering the vinyl and pressing these shirts. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.